What is up, guys? It's your boy, Sick Again Cacus. These kids are like little germ warfare experts, and today, Bungie out of nowhere, like your boy was just getting finished changing a poopy diaper, and then suddenly, a new developer update goes live, detailing some new information on not only what is coming with the next episode, Heresy, launching in February of next year, but also some information on Frontiers, which is the next set of big expansions we are getting starting in the summer of 2025 and beyond. So let's go through it. So it is called End of Year 2024 Developer Update, and the person writing this is Robbie Stevens, the assistant game director for Destiny 2. So they say the new destination in Codename Apollo is content complete, which means we're focusing on polishing the non-linear campaign, Metroidvania gameplay experience, developing the finer details of the world, and fleshing out numerous quests that you'll discover during the journey through Frontiers. So again, Codename Apollo is the next, and this is according to Bungie, medium-sized DLC, so we can expect along the size of Shadow Keep, and again, that is launching in summer of 2025. Now, he continues, the core game portal, activities, modifiers, and next generation gear that will be Destiny's new backbone are coming online. We're playtesting every week and have planned multiple summits in the coming months with members of the Destiny community to provide invaluable feedback and help us hone our executions. Send me an invite, Bungie. Now, they also say, additionally, we're hiring a handful of gameplay specialist positions. Our specialists sourced from the community will be in the trenches with the dev team playtesting the new core game progression and gameplay systems, as well as Codename Apollo's campaign and post-game. These specialists provide us with a kind of perspective you can only get from dedicated players. That's super interesting. And then they say, we'll be going dark on Codename Frontiers communications for a little while. The team needs time to playtest, collect feedback, and cook before we emerge again with more details. Honestly, that sounds pretty promising. Like, they're going to get dedicated Destiny 2 players to go in and test this stuff and give feedback. In case you guys don't know how it used to work back in the day when they would do playtests with not necessarily Destiny 2, but just industry-wide, is they would just randomly sign people up, like, frankly, off the street, make them sign an NDA, and they would playtest, like, new stuff. And obviously, the feedback was all over the place. You'd have people who, like, never played first-person shooters playing a new first-person shooter they knew nothing about. Like, getting actual dedicated players could actually be very beneficial in terms of feedback. So there you go. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, the next section here is called Breaking Bones. So they say Destiny has a long history of reinventing itself in response to community feedback and the expectation of players. Our North Star, however, remains unchanged. We strive to build worlds that inspire friendship and to create amazing gaming experiences that leave an indelible mark on people's lives. We've started breaking bones and trying new things with episodes. Some of those changes have been well received by the community, like the Vesper's host dungeon race. The team found just the right mix of challenge and length to elevate the dungeon to the bar set by contest raids. Can't wait to watch the next race when the Heresy launches in February. So that's true. Okay, so there you go. We're getting confirmation that there will be another contest dungeon with the Heresy dungeon launch. And I just wonder if it's going to be the same format of its contest until like the first 3 teams beat it, and then it reverts to normal difficulty. We'll have to wait and see. Now, they also say other changes have had a rocky start. Weapon crafting removed the joy of earning a random weapon, that feeling that any drop could matter, so we introduced enhanceable weapons. The Revenant's tonics were meant to provide loot agency in lieu of crafting and give you a fresh way to chase gear. But we know we missed the mark with the tonic timers and not guaranteeing a weapon from the active tonic. So yeah, that's a huge thing. I just want to pause here for a second. So many people are like, tonics suck, go back to crafting. Guys, the tonics are like worse than usual. You literally have in-game right now engram focusing that gives you the exact weapon you want. Just go to Zavala. Like, you can literally focus any random weapon you want, exactly the weapon you want, with Vanguard engrams. That is much better of a system that takes away the problems of crafting, but gives you much more determinism in getting the weapons you actually want to get, right? So we already have that in game. I don't know why Bungie has to feel like they want to reinvent the wheel with this tonic system that sucks. Anyways, guys, they say, so we're in the process of developing changes to make tonics last longer and give better payouts on top of a series of bug fixes planned for December 17th. Stay tuned for future patch notes. Also, we see how these changes are putting pressure on your vault. So we're in the early stages of planning long-term changes to relieve vault pressure that will start manifest later in the year of Codename Frontiers. So, oh my goodness, Bungie, please, if they just have the ability to bank rolls, you get a weapon with a certain god roll, you can click like save god roll and you dismantle the weapon, and then you can reacquire that particular roll from your collection. Oh, please, Bungie, something like that, please. That would be so incredible. And the fact that it's coming, with Codename Frontiers, or, later in the year with Codename Frontiers. They used to say it was coming with the DLC after Codename Frontiers, but now they're saying it might be, in the game before then. That's a big deal. Now they continue, in response to the desirability of seasonal weapons, in the short term for Heresy, we've developed a new tier of seasonal weapon dubbed the Heretical Arsenal. More details on these weapons as we approach Heresy, but rest assured that it will be clear when they hit your inventory that they're worth inspecting. These changes are the stepping stones that help us evaluate our long-term plans to create deeper weapon chase in Codename Frontiers. That sounds cool. Honestly, like, in this current season in Revenant, there was actually like shiny gear, but the appearance didn't change. It was just like pre-masterworked gear with 2 perk slots. So I hope they dive further into that and actually have like different looking weapons and give you a more deterministic way to get those and so on. Now, they then say, episodes introduced a new content cadence with Axe. While there are new activities, loot, and quests rolling out at a consistent cadence, this change created lulls in our gameplay calendar and at the end of an episode. So for the final weeks of Revenant, there will be a special pursuit similar to Riven's Wishes, where you can complete quests to choose from a list of new and desirable rewards. Very cool. Additionally, we've been evaluating feedback from Revenant's content rollout, and we've made changes to Heresy that strike a better balance between everything dropping on day 1 of an act versus meaningful reasons to return through the episode. We're taking an approach where the vast majority of activities content will be available on the first day of an act, and subsequent weeks will add or evolve the content based on the story. Also, we're adjusting the act rollout schedule so that there's less downtime in the gameplay calendar later in the episode. Heresy will be our last season in the episode format. The team has taken some big swings to create new activities that evolve throughout the episode and create big secrets to uncover in the Dreadnought. That's right, we are going back to the Dreadnought in Heresy, which is pretty sick. Moving on from there, the next section is widening the focus. As Revenant approaches its final act, where you'll delve into a Dracula's Castle-inspired fortress, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on some of the feedback we've received around the Echoes and Revenant story, as well as the hunger for purpose and meaning in a post-Witness world. Our first 2 episodes had a tighter focus, establishing Maya Sandaresh and her Echo Command as a force to be reckoned with. Fikrul re-emerged from the power to create an undead army for one last showdown with the Guardian and his dad. We set out to deliver on narrative promises set up in the Light and Darkness saga that we couldn't tie off in the final shape. The Kell of Kells, the Hive siblings, showcasing the effect of killing the Witness and what it had on the world, and more. By prioritizing satisfying conclusions, we want to clear a path for bold new storylines in the saga to come. In Heresy, we're widening the focus of the story to the Hive Pantheon and ancient eldritch forces that shape the universe. The events in Heresy close the door on the Light and Darkness saga and act as a prologue to Codename Apollo, where the Guardian's purpose in the next saga starts to take focus. So that's kind of interesting. Like, I guess like Light and Darkness, we are done with that after Heresy, I guess. Like, that's pretty crazy. And lastly, guys, the last section here is called New Frontiers. On a personal note, this past November marked my 9th year at Bungie. I've seen Bungie and Destiny go through many changes over the last decade. What remains constant is the player community and Destiny team's commitment and dedication to this one-of-a-kind space opera, and our drive to take Destiny to places we only could have imagined a decade ago. It's appropriate that during Destiny's 10th anniversary, we reshape the game so we can continue the enduring legacy of this universe that millions of people call home. We're eternally grateful to you, our guardians, for your passion and dedication to Destiny that enables us to chart a course to new frontiers. So there you guys go, just kind of going over a lot of the feedback and some of the changes that they are implementing because of that feedback. So it is honestly like, it's what you want to hear, right? It's what you want to hear from the devs. Like, we hear you, this was a problem, this is how we're changing it. Now, will these changes be enough? And why were some of these decisions made in the first place? Like Tonics, you know, having such a small chance to give you the weapon you actually want, and then in Act 2, literally being glitched and not even giving you the weapon you want. Stuff like that just sucks, and I don't even know how that stuff ended up making it into the game. Like, it's just players are not gonna like not getting the weapon in the tonic they purposely apply for a particular weapon. Like, obviously, guys. But again, you know, it's very, very good, and it fills me with hope to see that they've like recognized this quickly. Like, you know, we're still in episode Revenant. This is not like a year retrospective. It's like, yeah, you guys are right. Here's the changes we're making, all ready for the next episode. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.